And welcome to Fun Friday with, I don't know, I'm making shit up as I go along. Welcome to the Friday edition of Ripping the Rack podcast. I am your co-host, Tim, along with my other co-host, Brian.
Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. Hope everyone had a good week. Given
Friday,
everything that's going on,
Friday,
we should have the
Friday.
Rebecca Black song on here. Friday, Friday, gonna get down on Friday.
So, I found something cool tonight. I found my original handcuffs
From when Timmy was a popo.
from when I was in the popo. I'm all
Popo.
excited. I was so
Hooty
cool.
hoo, hooty hoo.
And
It's the 5-0.
It's the 5-0, and best part is, I got the keys.
Are those universal handcuff keys?
They are universal handcuff keys.
You might want to keep those on you.
I know. I'm going to. That way when I get arrested, I have handcuff keys. Yay!
The next time you bowl someone and they're beating you, you just handcuff them.
Yeah. Yep. So I asked Angie if we could try these out. She did not find that funny.
That was an unequivocal no.
That was
and they're not fuzzy enough, Tim. Maybe you can wrap them in some nice like velour or some velvet.
That was a hard no.
Hmm.
That was a hard no.
Hard no.
Hard no.
Actually, for you, it's a soft no. Oh, you see what I did there?
I see what you did there. I don't like it, but I saw what you did. I am repping.
Yes, Bruins started tonight.
Bruins.
Big win. Shootout.
Yeah. I didn't get a chance to watch, unfortunately. So I didn't see it. I did find, though, as I was searching high and low for, I lost all my plaques and stuff like that from bowling. So I was trying to find them so I could get my wall and everything. And I found two more pins that I forgot I had. So when I threw my first 200 string, I after the tournament, I ran down and grabbed a pin. So I have a pin from Ellsworth, and then when I won my first Pro Tour event, a pin had come back, and I said, I'm keeping that one too.
Yep.
So,
trophies. You make your own trophies.
So make my own trophies.
Yeah.
So how's Brian doing?
Brian's good. Long week. Just seemed like it was the longest week of the year so far. I know we don't have many to sample from, but a lot to do. A lot going on in the other podcast world with the dudes and belts. We got a lot of stuff going. Just a heads up for anybody that listens to this. Remember on the 24th, so not this Sunday, but next Sunday, we are doing a 12-hour charity stream on the Johnny Death Drop channel for the American Red Cross to raise money to get more blood sites and to make blood donation sites, and also to make it easier to get that blood to people that need it. So that is on the 24th, probably starting around noon. We're going to do a lot of gaming from about noon to 9. We are going to have Mercury Yaden from Rocky Mountain Pro Wrestling on. He is a gamer as well. He's been on our show before. We're going to play some games, probably some retro stuff. And then at 9 o'clock, your boys come on the Dudes and Belts channel, and business is normal to round out the charity cast. So nice. There is a link on the Twitch channel. It is twitch.tv/Johnny Death Drop. And you can go on there. It's I can't remember the name of it. I think it's Telefy or what. And it is live, and you can donate now to the Red Cross. We have a $4,000 goal because that builds one site. So that is our goal. So come support us.
Cool.
Thanks for letting me plug that.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I did I have a choice?
No, not at all.
I didn't think so. It's all good. So we do have a couple of questions, but those are more bowling related, so we will answer those for next Tuesday morning.
But Tim, you did talk to one of our glorious fans, huh?
I did. So I'm going to share. I'm working the other day. Just.
Oh, he's already lying. He's already lying.
Nope. I have a job, and amazingly, they pay me to work, so I was working. And my Skype pops up, and I'm like, I didn't even realize I was logged in. And it's this person waving at me going, hi, this Kelly Aguilar. I'm like, who the fuck is Kelly Aguilar? Like, I don't know what Kelly Aguilar. So I'm like, Hey, hi, whatever. Like,
So
who
this
the
isn't
hell are you?
video. This is chat, right?
No,
Skype
it's
chat.
chat. This is
Okay.
chat. So the next thing I get, it says, "Hey, I got your name from the profile search here on the app because I was bored and looking for new people to talk to, so I figured I'd take a chance and message you. What's up?" And I just immediately went, "Oh, this is going to be fun." So I'm like, "Not much, just working." She goes, "Oh, I was just laying here enjoying life because I won't have an alarm for a little while. I'm still in college and we're on our winter vacation finally." And I'm like, my head starts spinning like, okay, is this a real person
Right.
or is this a fucking bot?
Is this Snap or is this chat roulette? If
Is this
anybody
chat?
remembers chat
Oh my
roulette.
God. So obviously that was a little bit after my time. I do know what chat roulette was. Not a fan of that
No.
with kids. But anyway, so I'm like, I'm trying to work, but I'm like, okay, let's have a little fun here. Let's just have a little fun. So it's like, sounds like fun. Hope you're enjoying your winter break. Well, I have an idea if you're up for a little fun.
We know where this is going.
And little Timmy went, oh boy. So I said, if it involves ice cubes, a walrus, a 9-iron, and massive amounts of jello, then seems like fun. They respond, I was actually going to be getting into my job here shortly. My one friend was working online and I kept asking her about it, so she showed me what she was doing when we got back to school last fall. So I said, so it doesn't involve a walrus? I really thought she was nuts at first. Ha ha. But it's pretty cool actually, and it doesn't matter if I'm stuck at home or my dorm. We work online doing private webcam shows, which sounded super odd at first, believe me, but I freaking love it. But how do I get a walrus and a 9-iron involved? That's where my head's going.
Right.
So, what I was going to say is, I can invite you, and it's free for real to sign up. No card or anything like that. Although you could tip me or one of my friends if you wanted. Smiley face. It's kind of like an adult version of Twitch, if you know what I mean. So then I responded, so, walrus, 9-iron, and let's add a spatula as well. Don't fucking know where I got spatula. It just first thing that popped to my mind. She goes, LOL. Okay, so it's, and then she leaves me this girls.com member HTML ID shit. And you should see a little button that says create a free account or something like that, and you just click on it. Then you just make your own little profile and you can come join my room. CUMM. Come join my room. I said, oh, I see what you did there, you sneaky little vixen. But we're the walrus 9-iron spatula, and let's add a whisker in there as well.
Whisker, making some eggs. Make sure you use the right frying pan.
Yes, got to make sure you use the right frying pan. And she said, if that doesn't take you to my profile page after you click the confirm thingy from the email they send, then it'll bring up a page with a bunch of people on it, and I'm the third one in on the second row down. So I replied, much concern coming from me at this point. I replied, I feel like you aren't getting my concern about no walrus, a 9-iron, a spatula, and now a whisker. So she said, I'll be right B. I'll BRB though, because I'm about to set up my cam, but send me your username after you get signed up. So this is where it took a turn for the worse, and I never heard back from her.
Would you say, Timmy, were you inappropriate?
Well, I'm just sitting here with a finger up my asshole.
Yeah, Spotify's going to love us. But folks, this is why we ask you to send us questions. This is what we get.
That right there is what we get. Now, granted, I had fun with it. It made me laugh. I enjoy doing stupid things and making myself laugh like that because let's face it, I knew the minute I said a walrus and 9-iron ice cubes and shit like that, if they didn't come back with a smiley face or oh my god you're so funny, it was a bot.
Yeah,
it was. So
yeah, that was a bot. Bots ruin everything nowadays. They're out there buying up all the Xboxes and the PS5s on people and
bastards.
Just randomly following people on Twitter. I know I got followed by a couple bots on Twitter. I think so. I always like when people follow me, and I don't know if everybody does this, But I always, before I hit follow back, I like to click on them and I like to scroll down through their feed. I
I
like
do.
to see what type of person they are.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie, there's a few people on there that followed me and I'm like, nope, I'm good. Thanks for the follow. Not following you.
Yeah. By the way, the Jets have hired a new coach.
Yeah?
Breaking news. Breaking news. Direct from ESPN breaking news.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
They have reached a deal with the 49ers defensive coordinator, Robert Saleh. Is it Saleh? Saleh?
Speaking of that, the Jaguars have a new coach, or the Jaguars,
Jaguars.
however you say it.
Yeah.
Urban Meyer. What do you think of that, Tim?
I am not surprised he's coming to coach the pros. A little bit surprised he's going to the Jaguars. And the only reason I say I'm a little bit surprised is because Urban Meyer typically will go to more of a stack type team.
He has the number one pick. Now, does he take Trevor Lawrence or does he take his Ohio State quarterback?
No, he takes Trevor Lawrence.
Is it wrong of me to... Trevor Lawrence declared for the draft after the Jets lost the number one pick. Is it wrong for me to hope Fields goes one so Lawrence goes to the Jets? I think it would make me happy.
No, I thought he declared before, I thought.
No, he declared like 2 days after the Jets won.
Okay. So, I think Urban Meyer will do good things in Jacksonville.
You don't think he's going to be like a Nick Saban who struggles?
No, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, Urban Meyer is still relatively young, meaning
he retired early because he
had health concerns.
He almost gave himself a heart attack. Coaching. I mean, if you want somebody who puts everything they can into that, then that's your guy. I mean, he runs a great college offense. As a guy that has played like at the college level for a little bit, I can only imagine how much faster it is in the pro level. And spread offenses don't work well in the NFL.
No, I think why I say I think he's going to be successful is the stress level. I feel, I don't know, I've never coached at the college level and I've never coached at the pro level, obviously. To me, the stress level is higher at the college level because you are dealing with not just, you're Division I schools like that, Ohio State, things like that. You've got 120 players.
You carry, well, it depends. Your home roster is usually about 135.
Okay.
That's your home roster.
Yeah.
Your travel roster, you usually trim to about 100. You try and keep it to 100 just for if you got to fly or something like that, or hotels. And it's also, let's just be flat out there. Instead of dealing with a GM, you're now dealing with an AD. And your coaches around you aren't as accomplished as the NFL level, so you're doing more of the individual coaching too.
Correct. But at the same time, you're also dealing with the boosters as a head coach. Urban Meyer, Nick Saban, things like that. They're recruiting. Granted, you have a recruiting coach. Typically, I know at that level, you've got a guy that's doing the majority
But who do you send to a kid's house? Do you send Urban Meyer, Nick Saban, or do you send your recruiting coach?
Well, you send your recruiting coach is what starts it.
Yeah.
What finishes it?
It's been a long time, Tim, but I've been through the process.
So I know. The reason why I think he'll be better as suited in this is you're dealing with a GM and a team owner.
Mm-hmm. You're also not policing 18, 19, 20-year-olds. You're policing, for the most part, adults. And I do use that term not as loosely but...
You are, and let's face it, you're policing adults that are making good money.
More than you, for the most case.
Well, depends on who the coach is. I don't know. They don't list coaches' salaries. I did see a report that came out that they estimate Bill Belichick to be making $20 million a year. at that level, there's only a handful of players on your team that make more than you.
Yep. I just saw, speaking of that, the college level, my Texas Longhorns. Do you see they pried Alabama's defensive coordinator away from them by offering him $1 million bonus?
Yeah, I saw that.
That, I'm sitting here going, well, let's hope he's good.
And you did see, if I'm not mistaken, Nick Saban hired Bill O'Brien.
Yes.
Which
they go back anyways, though.
I know they do, but I'm sorry, but that just, the dude is one of the most polarizing figures at the professional level.
Nick Bill Saban's one of the most polarizing figures in the college level.
I know. That's why I'm trying to figure out how this is going to fucking work. I mean,
it's Alabama. You either listen
Alabama
to Nick Saban or you leave. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's going to be some interesting. I'm really looking forward to this off season for football.
Question.
Yeah.
And I just thought of this.
Yeah.
Does Meyer bring in Tim Tebow to be a on-field coach or a personnel guy? He gets with the young guys. He tries to mentor them. Because, Urban Meyer and Tebow are tight. Because Urban coached him down in Florida.
He did.
Tebow made one of the single greatest speeches, by the way, after that loss. It's a plaque in front of the stadium in Gainesville about how you will never see anybody work harder, take things more seriously, commit themselves. And then he goes out, they go undefeated the rest of the season, and he wins the Heisman, and they win a national title.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not a quarterback, but
he was a hell of a college quarterback.
He's a hell of an athlete.
He's a hell of an athlete. No, because Tim Tebow is still trying to play baseball,
and he's not a bad baseball player.
Nope.
I've watched a couple of minor league games. He tries to hit everything out. He hasn't learned how to hit for average yet.
He's too. Unfortunately, it's funny when you say early 30s is too old, but he's too old to try to make that leap because he took so many years off from playing. And baseball is that type of sport. You cannot take that many years off.
No, you lose your timing. You lose your hitting ability.
Everything. Yeah. I don't care how good of an athlete you are. Hitting a baseball is one of the hardest things to do. That's why That's why. Think about it. Your Hall of Fame players. If you hit 300 in your career, you're considered a Hall of Fame player.
You're only successful 3 out of 10 times.
3 out of 10 times.
Hitting a Major League Baseball and hitting a golf ball straight, I think, are probably the two hardest things to do in sports.
Especially at the professional level.
Yeah. But then again, I watch the PGA and none of those guys hit the ball straight. They all have a little tail.
Right. The object isn't to hit it. It's not really to hit it straight. It's to hit it in the fairway. It's fairways and greens. How you get it there, if you got a massive slice, then you aim far to the left. I might know someone that has to do that occasionally.
Yeah, it stinks, though, when you go down to Atlantic City and there's houses lining both sides of the fairway.
Yeah. Yeah, I've played courses like that. It's a little tough. Speaking of sports, so let's real quickly, let's finish up the NFL talk because we have some games this weekend.
That's right. Let's get some picks.
What are the Saturday games? Saturday games are, I think I have it right here. Hold on 1 second. I thought I had it right here. NFL, here we go. NFL playoffs. Let's just see, because I can't remember the actual. So Saturday, first game, the LA Rams against the Green Bay Packers at frozen Lambeau Field.
After today's news coming out, I am taking the Rams as Aaron Darnold is playing. So Darnold is playing. Aaron Donald.
The Rams.
I am taking the Rams. I am.
Okay. I think you're batshit crazy.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. I don't think you're batshit crazy.
I got a lot of upsets this week.
I think that's too big of an upset. Green Bay they're good. They
are good. They are, but all it takes is Donald to hit.
No.
Aaron Rodgers once and.
Yep. Okay. So I'm taking Green Bay.
Okay.
I have.
It also depends on the game that Jalen Ramsey has at corner.
Correct. But I also think it's tougher to be a warm weather team coming into Green Bay in the middle of January.
They've only been warm weather for 2 years. St. Louis is cold. It snows in St. Louis.
This is a dome.
Touche, salesman.
So, getting back to that, I will take Green Bay.
Okay.
Do you want it with the line, or do we just want to go straight?
Oh, let's just go straight up.
Straight pick 'em? Okay. The evening game. Oh, wait, that's Sunday. The evening game for Saturday is the Baltimore Ravens traveling to Buffalo to take on the Buffalo Bills.
Bills Mafia all the way, baby.
I'm on the Bills train. I'm on the Bills train.
If the Cowboys keep breaking my heart, I'm gonna put a poll out and say who should I root for, and it's like the Bills, the Bears, the Dolphins. I mean, I'm not gonna go from shit team to good team. I'm gonna ride it out in the middle a little bit.
Patriots? You're gonna ride the Patriots?
No, I can't do that.
Okay.
I can't.
So I am on the Buffalo Bill bandwagon at the moment.
So am I. Did you see what one of the guys in the Bills said? If they win the Super Bowl, he'll jump through like 5 flaming tables.
Right. Sunday. We have.
There's not 3 games on Saturday?
No, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. In the afternoon, 3:00 game, we have the Cleveland Browns taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Here's a trivia question for you. Can you remember the last time Baker Mayfield and Patrick Mahomes played against each other?
I'm assuming it was in college.
Texas Tech, Oklahoma. The final score was like 62-58, and they both threw for like 600 yards. And Chad Blake is going to crucify me. I'm taking the Browns.
Oh my God, are you really?
Yep, I'm taking the Browns. In Baker, we trust.
Wow.
Hey,
Okay.
you had the same reaction when I told you Baker Mayfield was going number 1. And he did.
I know. My heart wants the Browns. It does.
Yeah.
I would love nothing would make my heart pump hard and be proud than to see the Browns upset the Chiefs.
And the only reason I say it is because their offensive lineman, who's been on the team for 12 years, it's his very first playoff game. And he's got Kareem Hunt running behind him, who is, for some reason...
his first playoff game was last week.
No, he missed it due to COVID.
Oh,
he was one of the COVID players.
Oh, that's right.
So, and then you got Kareem Hunt running behind him, who, for some reason, seems to think it's the Chiefs' fault he got cut. Yep. But hey, if that motivates you, boo-boo, you go push everybody into an elevator you can.
You be you, boo.
Yeah.
I will take the Chiefs. I think
it's a smart line. I mean,
well, it is. You know, I was going to say it's really tough to play in Kansas City, but they don't have the full effect of Arrowhead Stadium.
They don't have the sea red.
I just think the Chiefs are. I believe the Chiefs are the class of the AFC.
And I know Calvin's going to rip me apart for picking the Browns too. So
probably. So I will take the Chiefs. So I have the Chiefs and I have the Packers so far. So I have the 2 number 1 teams moving on. Sunday afternoon, the Sunday evening game. You have the old men doing battle on the History Channel. Mm-hmm. Did you see that?
Or it's on Nickelodeon.
No, did you see the meme?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's great. So you've got your Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers heading to New Orleans to take on Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. What do you got?
Hold on.
You're going to throw up in your You're throwing up in your mouth a little bit. I know what this means.
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Let this go on record, and Tim will back this up. That is the first time I've ever picked Tom Brady.
But, ultimately, though, that makes me sad because that means they're probably going to lose. And
the one time I did root for the Patriots was that first Super Bowl against the Giants because I hated the Giants. And actually, I rooted for them the second time they played the Giants, too.
Great. You're a dick. I have Tampa Bay. I have Tampa Bay winning.
Yeah.
People think I'm a little bit crazy, but I'm like, there's a reason behind that. Is number one, regular season Tom Brady is not playoff Tom Brady.
People found that out last week.
Tom Brady is playing at a higher level than a 44-year-old quarterback.
To be fair, Tom Brady also didn't break 5 ribs and puncture a lung halfway through the season.
To be fair, you are correct. So Drew Brees is playing like a 43-year-old quarterback who, yes, punctured a lung and broke 5 ribs and everything else. Okay. I think the offense for Tampa Bay is starting to click now, or it has been clicking. You have a healthy Mike Evans. You have a healthy Godwin. You have a healthy Antonio Brown. You have a healthy Gronk. Gronk is a huge difference maker at the tight end because it allows them to run the ball because he can block.
This is also Gronk's first playoff game in how many years? Because usually he's hurt.
Well, he played last week.
Oh, okay. So last week was his first playoff game in like 6 years because normally he just halfway through the season breaks.
Well,
then gets his Super Bowl ring and celebrates and dances and makes all kinds of money.
Because he's Gronk.
Yeah.
And he'll go down as one of the best tight ends of all time.
He's top 5.
I do not consider him the best. I will tell you right now. I do consider.
I don't either.
Antonio Gates is up there, as well as, and I'm drawing a blank real quick. I can't think of it right off the top of my head, and it's going to kill me. Chiefs. Oh my God.
Oh, Tony Gonzalez.
Tony Gonzalez. Thank you.
So my top 3 are Tony Gonzalez, and then Antonio Gates because I thought he was, and then Kellen Winslow, senior.
Yep, senior.
And then I really it's tough going past.
You have to put Jason Witten up there.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to be a homer.
No, it's not being a homer. The guy was, from a tight end standpoint, he's one of the best to play the game. I would put Gronkowski in the top 5. I don't know if I would have him top 3, but I would have him in the top 5 along with Jason Witten, Antonio Gates, Tony Gonzalez, and I'm torn. Kellen Winslow, senior. I probably have him at number 5, and I have Witten at 4, Gronk at 3. I have Gonzalez at number 1 and Antonio Gates at number 2 in my pantheon of tight ends.
And Aaron Hernandez just on the outside?
Just on the outside looking in.
Okay.
He's on the cut.
He was a hell of a player.
He's on the cut line.
Yeah.
So I do have Tampa Bay winning. I do believe that they are playing at a higher level than New Orleans right now. I will say the New Orleans defense is better than Tampa Bay's defense.
New Orleans also got Michael Thomas back.
Yes, and it is in the Dome.
I mean, I'm glad Michael Thomas is healthy now. I had him all year in fantasy, and that was fun.
So we'll run down these real quick. So if it holds true, you would have Rams, Buccaneers, and you would have Bills and Cleveland Browns. I would have the Packers, Buccaneers, and I would have Bills, Chiefs.
Who's your Super Bowl pick?
Me? I would have Green Bay versus Buffalo. And I have Buffalo winning their first Super Bowl.
I got Buffalo and Tampa, and I got Tom coming up just short again.
Tom Brady. So if Brady wins the Super Bowl here, if he wins, does this quell the argument of who was more important to the Patriots' success, Bill Belichick or Tom Brady? If Tom can pull this out?
Yes and no. It makes it clearer. I think you need to give Belichick a fair shake with a full team in a normal season, as normal as you can, with a functional quarterback. And Cam Newton is not a functional quarterback to Bill Belichick.
Yeah. So we are running up against time. So real quickly, because I do want to touch on this, the dumpster fire that is the Brooklyn Nets.
Oh God, you got Kevin Durant You got somebody who doesn't show up, and then you have James Harden,
I was hoping you were going to say
who
it.
who has put on. He kind of looks like Mark Henry from WWE now. He got chubby. I don't have any room to say anything, but damn.
But damn. I am waiting for the absolute implosion of implosions to happen in Brooklyn with three divas. And let's face it, I love Kevin Durant as a ball player. He is a diva on the basketball court.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize he was as much of a diva when he was at Texas or when he got drafted and played in Seattle. And I really didn't think he was much of a diva at Oklahoma City.
Russ made him that way. I am fully convinced it's Westbrook that had that influence.
I think you are correct because then, of course, he went to Golden State.
And had a chip on his shoulder, but Steph calmed him down. He didn't get poisoned by Draymond, which can happen.
That happened the next year.
Klay Thompson and Steph do a good job of keeping everyone in check on that team because they are both very down-to-earth people, and you saw last year what happened when they left.
Yep.
I think you
Draymond
seriously...
is the most overrated basketball player in the NBA.
Him and Boogie Cousins.
I like Boogie. I think Boogie Cousins can play. I think he's been injured too much, and that's part of the problem. Draymond is in my eyes, he is a classic guy that speaks behind the champions, meaning he's going to hide behind Steph Curry and be like, "Yeah, I told you we could win," as he averages a quadruple single.
You know who he is? Anthony Mason without the scoring ability.
Yeah. That's a good analogy.
Yep. I fully expect to see James Harden want to punch out Kyrie Irving halfway through the season. If Kyrie ever shows up.
Well, Kyrie, I've seen the report. Now here's the thing. I loved Kyrie when he was a Dookie. Loved him.
Again, Coach K does wonders with attitudes.
Loved the talent. Kyrie proved he had the talent when he went to Cleveland. He played alongside LeBron. Mm-hmm. The problem is Kyrie wants to be the man. Well, you had the chance when you came to Boston. And then the diva took over.
Well, he made that speech that he wasn't leaving.
Yep, but then he got mad. And I still remember this clearly. And I forget who made the pass to Jason Tatum to take the shot at the end of a game to tie it up. And Kyrie got pissed off that he did not get the ball.
But you look at what he said a couple weeks ago, and he's like, when he talked about what it's like to play with Kevin Durant, he's like, "Oh, I finally got someone that can take a shot at the end of the game."
Yep.
You played with fucking LeBron James.
Yep.
LeBron James.
You played with arguably one of the top three players to ever play the game. Mm-hmm. Arguably. You could argue a point somewhere in that, either number one, number two, number three.
When it comes to last shots, it's probably Larry or Michael, and he's three. But
probably,
yeah.
But anyway, so Kyrie, the report has come out that he is pissed off at the Nets, the team, because number one, they hired a white coach. They hired Steve Nash, and he was pissed off about it. Okay, break this down a second. Take out the fact that Steve Nash is white. Steve Nash is a Hall of Fame point guard, arguably one of the top three point guards to ever play the game.
What you should strive to be, Kyrie.
And you're going to sit back and go all batshit crazy again. And now you're going to leave the team. Don't tell them where you are.
You're going for personal reasons.
But now you're going out to clubs for birthday parties
with no mask on.
Nope. If I was, and I know you got to walk on kid, you got to have kid gloves when you deal with Kyrie. I'm sorry, bullshit. If I'm the Nets, I'm like, dude, you're suspended.
I just outright release him.
Well, you can't. It's a cap. Unfortunately, there's a cap hit involved.
Oh, that's right. It's not like the NFL where you can
just cut. NFL. Correct. So you have the cap hit, so you can't just release them. But you shouldn't be held hostage by Kyrie Irving. Again, $1 million talent, 5-cent head.
I'll tell you what, if it was me and I was the coach, I wouldn't suspend him. You know what I'd do? When he showed up, I'd be like, cool. And then I'd just be like, here's your starters. And he'd just sit there. And however many games he missed, he can sit on the bench for that many games.
Unfortunately, I don't see that happening.
I don't either, because overall in the NBA, you have to answer to your owner, and what does your owner want you to do?
Yep.
Win. Does Kyrie Irving help you win? Yes.
Yep. So, I mean, that's ultimately, I think it's a huge dumpster fire. I hate the way the NBA is basically the players have such a stranglehold. James Harden forced his way out, and Houston got pennies on the dollar.
There was a whole thing on SportsCenter today about how he bankrupted that entire franchise over the time he was there.
Yeah.
He didn't want Chris Paul. They gave away Chris Paul to get his buddy Russell Westbrook, and then they started fighting.
Yeah.
So then they traded a whole bunch. Yeah.
And then you trade Russell Westbrook and you get John Wall. John Wall's playing great. All of a sudden now you don't want to play with John Wall. Well, who the fuck do you want to play with?
He wants to go somewhere where he doesn't have to carry the load and he can be lazy.
Well, dude has eaten himself into being lazy.
Like I said, he looks like Mark Henry.
Anyway, we're overtime.
Overtime.
And
that's all right. Special gift for our listeners on Friday.
I gotta go to bed. I'm tired. Holy crap.
Colin got up at 4 a.m. this morning. I don't want to hear it.
Nice. That's funny.
It's funny. He comes through the gate and he goes, dark. And I go, yeah, it's because it's dark out. You got up too early. Let's go watch TV.
Let's go back to bed.
Yeah, I tried. It wouldn't happen.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I'm just tired. I punched and I missed the head pin so much the last 2 days because I bowled yesterday and today. And I think I hit the head pin twice in the first string and a half yesterday. That was fun. And when I did, I punched.
Nice.
And then I hit the head pin 14 times in a row, and I left 13 splits. That was today.
I'm glad to see you're not doing things anything differently just because I'm not there.
No. Everything is the same. Nothing changes. So anyway, that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, make sure to check us out on Tuesday. We might have a guest.
Working on a guest. Hopefully we have one. If not, it will be Brian and I answering questions. And we do have a little bit of a backup in case we can't get a guest. We will have. We'll work on something.
Yeah. And you can find that podcast on Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Anchor, Breaker. Where else, Tim?
Oh, boy. I tell you what. We want your questions. We want your comments. Send them to us at rippingtherackpodcast@gmail.com. Ripping the Rack. Rewind. Ripping the Rack Podcast on Facebook. Ripping the Rack Podcast on YouTube. Ripping the Rack Podcast on Twitter. And then wherever else that you get your podcast feeds.
Yeah.
So, all right. Have a great weekend, all. We will see you guys bright and early Tuesday morning for another fun-filled episode of Ripping the Rack Podcast.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Bye, Easter Bunny. Bye. Bye. Hey, before I stop recording, should I reach out to Kelly Aguilar and see if she's got the walrus yet?
I think you should.
All right. Have a good day. Have a good weekend, everyone.